Welcome mates, I'm Bloodthirsty Lord, but you can call me Lordy, and today we're back on Paragon. Once again, there should be more Shimby gameplay in the background, but that is not the main topic today. Instead, we'll be talking about all the new information of lore that came out recently in one of the patches, and pretty much this is going to be part 2 of the lore video. If you want to watch part 1, the part 1 version of that video will be in the link in the description below, so make sure you check that out before watching this, so you gain all the knowledge you need about the lore that was added recently to Paragon as we move on to the second part of all the new lore. So this is going to be really interesting to talk about because some of the characters that I really enjoy playing, like Kalari, Sparrow, Rampage, Sevrog, and so much more, will be listed in this version of the part 2 lore. So there's going to be quite a bit of information within this video, but before we get to this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button to keep up to date with the greatest and latest Paragon Gaming content and Paragon Gaming news. And if you mates haven't turned on notifications yet, you can do so by hitting that little bell button next to the subscribe button so you have the chance to become one of the first mates on the channel up to date with my amazing Paragon Gaming content and the gaming content that we do produce on this channel. As always, expect it here first, so without further ado, let's get straight into this. So pretty much how all this new lore did come to the game was Epic Games and the Paragon team putting some hidden information in the Master skins and the Challenger skins for selected heroes. Majority of heroes did get this bonus lore information or bonus background information on these skins, pretty much leading to a great understanding of the Paragon story and each individual character in their own unique way with the skins that the lore was provided on. So let's start it off with my bae, Kalari, and see what her lore information is. And we're going to go into it right now, just to record the screen so we obviously get that information. And let's see her Challenger skin. Recruits wear the light to earn the shadow. Instructor Lu. Okay, now there's some type of instructor that commands, I'm guessing, the light frame and the dark frame characters within the game, which is Muriel and Kalari at this current moment, and Kalari being the dark or the shadow version of the frame. So I'm guessing that's how it starts. Recruits wear the light to earn the shadows. So you could say Muriel is trying to earn the shadows as well, maybe. That could be really interesting. But this does give some background information on the character, followed by this interesting other character or part of the side story for Kalari, which we don't really know at this current moment. Now we move on to the mask skin. Now I see. Okay, that's pretty cool. Obviously, Kalari is the person that quoted that quote, and obviously Kalari is the beast, so we gotta believe her, and she's the predator among gods. Among lords. That's what we play her. Let's move on to the next hero, which is Muriel, and we can see her Challenger skin right now. Muriel as she appeared the day she worked in the lab. So obviously she sounds like she's been created by someone. Could that someone be Instructor Lu that created Muriel, as he created most likely Kalari and pretty much taught her, Kalari, to become a dark frame or join the dark side of the shadow version of the frame, which is, I'm guessing, some type of war or some type of interesting mechanic when there's white or light versions of the frame and dark versions of the frame. So that's really interesting. Maybe that's how it works, and they pretty much produce them and they teach them from being the light version of the frame into the dark version of the frame, and that's the Instructor's Lu way of pretty much making them terrifying as hell. But I don't think Muriel is a part of that. She's the light version right now of the light frame, and I don't think you can change, but we shall see what happens in the future, because obviously there's a lot more story behind this than we can see from this little basic information. Now let's move on to the mask skin, and that does say, until today, I've never known power. Muriel. And with the master skins, there's obviously an ongoing theme, which is power, victory, and those type of ideas with the master skin. So obviously, it's always going to sound cocky, or they're going to sound like they have a massive ego. Like how Muriel just sounds like, and which Muriel doesn't really sound like that usually, especially in the voice lines. She's more like, I'm here to save my family, and that's something we need to break down in the future, but that is one interesting bit of the lore from the actual voice lines for Muriel. Now let's move on to the next character. That is Murdoch, and let's read his Challenger skin. Day 1 as a Merc. Can't go out in my OPD dress blues, Murdoch. And obviously his OPD dress blues are his default skin. As you can see, that's the blue version of his skin, and he can't wear that on the first day as a Merc. So he wears this yellow skin. So that's maybe a way to initiate into the OPD, which is the Omida Police Department. There's a lot of lore everywhere that's scrambled in my mind, but I'm trying to bring it back. That's what it is. That is the department that he works in, with Lieutenant Balka by his side. And now let's move on to the mask skin, and let's see what's in there. Master Murdoch. Now that's got a nice ring to it. Murdoch. So this is maybe the first hero that actually recognizes his own skin, being a master, or calls himself Master Murdoch. Usually no heroes have done that in their master skin, so that's really interesting. So that's something you want to keep in mind. And obviously, let's see these other skins, because they came out recently. Blue Freak Murdoch, genetically perfect to kill in the harshest climates, obviously pretty understandable. The Green Freak Murdoch increased the intimidation factor with a classic reptilian look, and it looks pretty sick in my opinion. Obviously the Challenger skin does shine quite a bit. Let's move on to the next hero, which is Narbash, and this is his Challenger skin lore, War Paint Ha. This is the party paint, Narbash. You know, Narbash is just that chill troll that you can have fun with, aka Shrek, and obviously he's pretty cool, and that shows in his Challenger skin. Now let's move on to his Master skin. Woo, that burns, maybe I ate something, like a lot of something. Narbash, so he quoted that quote himself, and that's pretty cool. He ate a lot. Expected from that troll this huge. He just wants to eat, he wants to bash his drums and just go batshit crazy. Now let's move on to the next hero, which is the monster of Paragon, Rampage, and this is his Challenger skin. Rampage scales grows dark, sensing the danger ahead of him. Okay, so pretty much he's able to sense danger with his skin as his scales grow dark or change color to a darker version, as you can see within his skin, so he's pretty much close to danger while he's in this state. Now let's move on to the mask skin, let's see what's in there. Rampage radiates primal heat like the fire blood of the Zechin mountains. Oh my god. He's from the moon Zechin, which is one of the moons in the Agora system, or the Agorian system, and he's from there, because pretty much he made a comparison to that area. And if you know that area, it's pretty much because you've been there or you're born from that area. And that's what kind of happened with this skin. That is sick. So I'm pretty much guessing that this character, and also, I think, Iggy Scorch on the same actual moon. Or the same Agori moon in the system. So that's pretty cool. Let's move on to his new skins that just came out recently, which is Copper Beast Rampage. All manner of energy is coursed through Zechin's mineral-rich crust. If a spirit is strong, it may find a new life. So pretty much that's how Rampage came back to life, most likely with his skin. That's what he sounds like. Okay, that is pretty darn awesome. Now let's move on to the next skin, which is obviously the Glacier-born Rampage. Awakened after countless centuries, an ancient rage erupts from beneath the ice sheet. Okay, and you'll be able to see this blue-ass version of Rampage on my screen right now, which is making me blind. So let's move on to the next hero, which is Rictor, and this is his Challenger skin. Time to greet the new inmates. First impressions are important. Rictor. So that's pretty cool, and pretty much convincing, or pretty much backing the idea of him being a prison warden. Now let's move on to the Master skin. Master Rictor. For years I've welcomed souls to hell. At last I look the part. Rictor. That's pretty sinister as well at the same time. That's pretty amazing. That's all for Rictor. Let's move on to the next hero. That is Sevarog, and this is his Challenger skin. Out of the dust of the ancient dead, Sevarog rises for battle. That is pretty cool. I'm guessing Sevarog has died once and obviously been reborn. That's what it sounds like with the Challenger skin. Or pretty much because he got killed, but he can't really be killed ever, so he pretty much rises once again every time. So that's pretty cool. Let's move on to the Master Sevarog skin. A fire grows the more it feeds, consuming all in its path. The Book of the Vigilant. Oh my god. This is connecting back straight to Sereth. So Sevarog and Sereth do have a connection. We made that connection not long ago. And the Book of the Vigilant will play a very big role in their lore connection. As you can see, both of them having a quote or some information about the Book of the Vigilant. And Caltas does fall into that as well. We made a trio lore connection video in the past. Maybe kind of outdated because obviously new lore will be coming. More information about the Book of the Vigilant will be coming. And things will change. But the idea of that lore will be still there, but it'll be more advanced and more in-depth in the future, so we can find out more information about the Book of the Vigilant expected here. And that is all for Sevarog, and now let's move on to the next hero. That is Sparrow, and this is her Challenger Sparrow skin lore. I wore this for my first raid. I didn't die, so perhaps it's lucky. Sparrow, okay, so pretty much went on her first raid with this Challenger skin, and she didn't die, and pretty much thinks she's lucky when she wears his outfit. Let's move on to the Master Sparrow skin. Dearest niece, I'm very proud of you, but you are still going to prison. A letter from Greystone. Okay, so this sounds like Greystone before becomes Lord Greystone. And obviously we now know that it's confirmed that Greystone and Sparrow do have a relationship of Sparrow being Greystone's niece, as you can see within this bit of the information, which is pretty cool. Kind of knew that already, but that is pretty much now set in stone. And obviously she's going back to prison because of something that she has done. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's move on to the next hero. That is Steel, and this is his Challenger Steel skin lore. Steel dons white armor, first worn in the solidarity with Muriel's cause. Oh my god. Now there's a connection between Steel and Muriel. That connects to Muriel and Kalari. that will connect to more heroes in the future. That's all we know at this current moment, and it looks like there was a common goal that Steel and Muriel wanted, and it could be saving or doing something for the greater good. So that's really great to know. And now let's move on to the master skin. I've become War Steel. So that's pretty cool. Nothing too crazy there, but the challenger skin was something insane, making a direct connection to Muriel. Now let's move on to the next hero, which is Twin Blast with his challenger Twin Blast skin. Hey, my first pair of arms were chrome, still classy. Twin Blast, that is his pretty much first set of arms, robotic arms. So it looks like he got more sets of arms during certain battles or certain occurrences or wars that he has been a part of, which obviously changes the color of his arms, and you can see different colors as you see here, with the red effect, followed up here by the master effect, and then obviously black, this energized skin, and then pretty much another blacked out version of his arms. Nothing too crazy there, but there's obviously changes with each one. Now let's move on to the master Twin Blast skin. Man, this burns, but like a really, really good burn. Twin Blast. Oh my god, Twin Blast. Pretty sick as always, but obviously the master skin's there, pretty much being cocky as always, as we kind of suspected. And now let's move on to the next type of hero but individual skin, which is going to be the Burning Heart Zero skin. Let me get there as quick as possible. There we go, Burning Heart. Wait. Burning Heart Zero skin. As a Vigilance, I am forbidden to act out of passion as the other, however, Seraph. Okay, so pretty much she's obviously part of the Vigilant, and that will obviously connect to the Book of the Vigilant, then connect to Sevrog, then connect to Countess. So that's pretty much backing up that idea or that trio lore connection even further. So that's all the lore that was pretty much revealed in the last patch, but hidden by Epic Games because they didn't mention anything about this dropping within this patch or within the latest patch within Paragon. So it's really great to see these unique elements of each hero's uniqueness individually, and obviously building up something crazy within the Paragon lore story, and pretty much to understand the Paragon universe, because there's so much information that we don't know. Even though we've broken down so much information, there's even more. That is unbelievable. I can't wait to see that and pretty much understand the full story of Paragon, and hopefully mates you feel the exact same way. Well mates, as always, I want to know your thoughts on this video. What do you think was the best skin lore within this video? What do you think was the most interesting? Leave your thoughts and your comments in the comment section down below, because it obviously be really great to understand which hero you want to see next, more of an in-depth lore video on that character, if I'm going to do videos like that in the future. Once again, leave your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. So mates, if you did enjoy this video, show us below, smash that like button. Let's try to get 200 likes on this video. If you mates want to see more Paragon gaming content and gaming content in general on my channel, all you have to do is share this with your friends and hit the subscribe button to become a mate today. And that is all for this video. Oh, time to go, but don't you worry. Back very soon. Hey dads boys, because you ain't seen nothing yet. I am tired as hell, mates. Came back from studying for like a whole day of studying, and now uploading this Paragon video, then I have to go back to studying again. Woo! It's kind of intense.
It feels right.